Hi, I'm Matt Bufton, and I'm back with Alan Halberstadt for another one of Alan's video blogs. Today we're going to be discussing the situation surrounding the arena that's being built on the east end of Windsor. And during the election campaign, as many of you will recall, Alan had a conflict of interest situation that disallowed him from voting. And Alan would like to discuss that. Maybe for some of the people who need a bit of a refresher, you can just remind us what the situation was surrounding your conflict.
Well, yeah, it was quite controversial at the time, Matt. Actually, it was during the actual debate at council where it kind of struck me that here were the Windsor Spitfires advocating for an arena, for the city of Windsor to build an arena for them, and at that time they mentioned their anthem program, which my wife actually conducts for them, and she's under contract, so I ended up kind of on the spot declaring a conflict of interest, and I have since determined for sure that in fact I was in conflict of interest, and it was basically I made the right decision.
Okay. Well, I understand you've been doing a bit of research on the issue of municipal conflicts of interest. Can you share with us a bit of what you've learned?
Yeah, well, it's the book right here. It's called Protecting the Local Official, Municipal Conflict of Interest Plus, and it's written by Robert M. Forbes. He's a lawyer from Burlington. He has a law firm in Burlington. He served on the Burlington and Halton City Councils for a number of years, and he has wrote a book basically on case law for conflict of interest. And if you don't mind, I'll read the passage where I think applies in spades to my situation.
Please do.
And the one criteria in the in basic questions you ask yourself, is there a reasonable chance that the decision that council is being asked to vote upon, including myself, may affect any employer, partnership, corporation, or other body with which I, my spouse, or my children are involved? So very clearly, my wife is under contract with the Spitfires to deliver a service. They are the primary tenants of the arena, so most definitely, it affected her employer in this case, that decision.
Okay. Can you tell us from what you've learned how you think this might impact your ability to participate in future votes surrounding this issue?
Yeah, well, that's a tricky one too, because I certainly, now that the agreement has been made with the Spitfires, the lease has been signed, the city council has decided to go ahead. There was, with the arena, there was a groundbreaking just last Sunday. So what do I do in the future with regard to decisions based on the arena? And there's another clause, pertinent clause in this book by Mr. Forbes, and it says, the member, who would be me, is also enjoined from voting on any question respecting this matter. This will include the primary issue itself, procedural motions such as the reconsideration, and funding motions affecting the matter. So the funding motions affecting the matter could certainly be if the Spitfires want a bigger dressing room, or they want some enhancement to the arena for their own purposes. In that case, I would be required to declare conflict again and not be involved in the vote. However, if it's not really involving the Spitfires and something that they want as far as funding of the arena, then I should be free to vote one way or the other, and there are, I think, a few things coming up that way.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. Once again, the book that Alan mentioned during this interview was Municipal Conflict of Interest by Robert M. Forbes, who's a lawyer and former city councillor.